Good evening from sunny Southern California, sunny, chilly Southern California. It's Don here. Hope all of you are doing well. Hope all of you are staying as safe as possible. I am trying to do that. Um, I do want to talk about that and something else that has happened today, and I wanted to just take an opportunity to explain myself, and it'll be something that I will talk about and will not talk about again. Because as the other half of this situation has of the title that you see, there is danger in taking the bait, even if you do not intend to take the bait. First, um, you can follow me if you want to on YouTube, Radio Don the number one, POLYBI the number two on Twitter. We also sometimes do things on Twitch, but right now we don't have enough people. I'm honest about this, about certain things, and that's one of the things I'm honest about. We don't have enough people to justify, going on every day on Twitch. But if you want to join me there, you can go ahead and join me at Radio Don 55 on Twitch. Now, as for the coronavirus situation, I am fine. Um, I'm in a city that has 41,000 people, and only two people have been diagnosed as having the virus. And that number has not risen in 4 days. That doesn't mean anything. I'm just letting you know that in the little hamlet in Southern California that I'm in, we only have two uh, people who have tested positive for the coronavirus COVID-19. Hopefully, it'll stay like that. Um, the president signed the CARES Act, which for a lot of people basically means that you're going to get anywhere from between $600 and $1,200. I think I'm going to get some of that. I believe because I did file a tax return for some strange reason in 2018 when I first got Social Security. But hopefully, hopefully some of that will come for me and will help me out along the lines. And also, there's good news coming up, but I don't want to bring it up right now because not a lot of it has gelled into something that I can go ahead and wave my banner. But I think if you know me, if anyone who does know me, if I told you what that news is, you might have even figured out what that good news is. Uh, you'd be very happy for me, and I hope that things will be coming up very soon, so I can give you that good news. Now, yesterday I did something stupid on Twitter. Excuse me, and I'll explain this. There is something that's popping up concerning former Vice President Joe Biden. A woman has accused him of not just sexual harassment, but basically sexual penetration. Please excuse me for that. But in order for me to tell you the story, I need to tell you that it's. I'm not going to be too graphic, but let's just say something happened that I did not know was going on because there were a lot of things that have happened. And I kind of posted something, and I'll tell you why I posted it after I tell you why I posted it. It was a article about something that Bernie Sanders may have been involved in. Some sexual harassment charges and stuff like that. And there was a reason that I posted it. I wasn't trying to uh, shoot down Bernie Sanders, and I wasn't trying to build up Joe Biden. I was just saying that, people will post stuff because it helps their cult. There's a cult of Bernie, there's a cult of Joe Biden, there's obviously a cult of President Trump. And people will post things that will pump up their guy and knock down the other guy. And for a couple of years, people have been saying, why are you supporting President Trump? Because he's done this and he's done that and he's done this and he's done that. The thing is that the people who support Donald Trump don't care. They really don't. And I think that was the point I was trying to make very badly, obviously. This morning, I replied to one person and I told them exactly why I did what I did. I'm still getting a lot of things about what I did. And obviously, my abilities to communicate have fallen by the wayside. But I said what I said. I want to make my point. That and one other point. I've always asked this question. I asked this question about the coronavirus. I asked this question about a lot of things. And I'm asking this question now in terms of what is going on with Biden and this story. And before I go any further, let me make sure you understand rape is rape no matter who does it or who did it. If what this woman who is accusing Joe Biden of doing this horrible thing, if she is correct, then of course he shouldn't be president. He shouldn't be president. But then again, there are a lot of things that Donald Trump has been accused of doing, and if they were true, he shouldn't be president. Unfortunately, he is. And it's very possible that Biden may wind up replacing him. I'm a realist about some things. The problem that we have as liberals is that we're looking for God. We're looking for a saint. We're looking for somebody who has no sin. And for a lot of people, that person is Bernie Sanders. I wasn't trying to knock down Bernie Sanders. I'm just saying, there are cults and people follow the cults. And you don't have to agree with me, but I also just made the decision that I was not going to go down the rabbit hole. But there are some people who want to pull me down in that rabbit hole. They're basically saying, "How can you? How dare you?" Yeah, there are a lot of people who hate me right about now, and I don't like to be hated. I think everybody likes to be loved. I guess what I'm trying to say here is it has now become very dangerous to even try to make a point that might be controversial. And the biggest sin is that you say something, you explain yourself, and then you just don't say anything about it. But people want to drag you into into their arguments. They want to drag you into their whatever, which I do not intend to do. I made a mistake. I posted something without actually reading what was going on. I did read something. I posted that particular article that I read. Had I found the story, I read that, maybe I may not have posted what I did. But social media is all about people hating other people. And it is a road that I choose not to go down. So if whatever I said offended anybody, I'm sorry. But the point wasn't about Bernie or Joe Biden or even Donald Trump. It is about the cults that have grown up around these people and other people around politics, show business, industry. We've stopped thinking and we start, joining whatever cult is serving the more delicious Kool-Aid. So, like I said, I apologize. This will be the last time I'm going to say anything about it. Anybody else who's trying to drag me into their arguments, I will ignore them. I'm not going to leave social media because I have a lot of things I want to say. I want to be able to find a way to say it in a way that you can understand. That's really all I had to say about that. So, I will shut up now and we will talk again soon. Everyone stay safe. Everybody stay happy. Everybody look for something that is uplifting. I'm going to do that and we'll start posting more uplifting stuff, especially after what happened in the last 24 hours. I'm done.